welcome to Insenzu. Insenzu hosts the National Register of Education Suppliers, and it is here to support businesses to reach out and sell more to UK schools. My name is Lara Melville, and in today's video, I'd like to look at how to sell to schools and why sell to schools if you are a trade supplier. And it's all about the amount of work. So I want to start by considering a small primary school, let's say a one form entry. So that's one class in each year group from reception year right through to year 6. So that's seven classes. And immediately there we need 7 classrooms, as well as having things like the music room and the IT suite and the school hall and the school offices for the backroom staff, medical room, head teacher's office, staff room, toilets, washrooms, changing rooms, etc. Then if we think about a secondary school, and it's easier to think about secondary school in terms of departments. So let's take maths, for example. It might have 4 to 6 classrooms, 4, 5, 6 classrooms in a maths department, and then the same in the English department. Then you've got the humanities department with your history, geography, RE, the science labs. Again, they're going to be fitted out very differently and require different forms of trade for those. Maybe the technology rooms, it might be for home ec, so cookery rooms, woodwork, graphic designs, that sort of thing. We've got the art rooms, IT suites. And then if we move away from the subject departments, we've got offices, staff rooms. Now, if you take a large secondary school with often maybe 1,800 pupils, then the site is going to be quite large in itself. So it's not just one staff room. It'd be almost impossible for staff to get from one part of the building over to the other side of the school site in the 15 minutes they have for break. So there are staff rooms dotted around the school as well. Then you've got the sports hall. The school may have a swimming pool and all the changing rooms and facilities that are required with that. Canteen. And that's without even talking about the hallways, the corridors, etc. I've given examples there of a primary school and a secondary school, but then we could also consider a MAT, a multi-academy trust. And for those of you that don't know what a multi-academy trust is, that's a group of schools that are under the umbrella of a trust board, and they group together so that they can get the benefits of bulk purchasing products and services, so they all work together. So in that case, you might have 2 or 3 large secondary schools and maybe 6 or 7 primary schools as well. So you can see in terms of the numbers and the amount of work that could be available, it's a little bit like the Forth Bridge. You start with one thing, and by the time you go through and, you know, with repairs and maintenance and building work and trades across all of these different classrooms and departments, you know, it's time to start again. One of the things that becomes evident for people starting to work in schools that maybe haven't done so before is how dynamic the environment is in a school, and it's always changing, even the layout of the site and the rooms, etc. And that's because the demographics of a school are constantly changing. So it may be that one year a school is asked to take on an extra form entry, so that extra form entry is going to require more classrooms. It might be there's a change in the curriculum and you take on a different subject at GCSE or A level, in which case you're going to need to have different types of classroom for that. It might be that we have extra numbers in a subject like cookery, for example, or woodwork, in which case there's going to need some repurposing of some of the classrooms. It might be over the summer in order to get that that particular subject online ready for the September. So it's a very dynamic environment and always being changed and repurposed for, you know, the next academic year. And what sort of things are required to keep on top of the maintenance and the growth of some of these schools, whether it's primary or secondary? There are all the electrics. For example, even things like IT suites, even in the classroom, all the interactive whiteboards are all, geared up for the electrics and everything. So there's going to be repairs and maintenance for that, if not the actual putting the classrooms in and getting the electrics in. There's plumbing, there's plastering, the flooring. I've mentioned about repairs and maintenance throughout any of these areas. It might be building of cupboards and storage for exercise books and all the equipment, learning resources. It could be partitioning, could be partitioning off between two classrooms or between, part of the canteen for different year groups, that sort of thing. So we can see from this how much opportunity there is for trade suppliers to be working in primary, secondary schools or in multi-academy trusts. And if you can get into those schools, that could be really great for your turnover. So what next? If you're sitting here thinking, actually, that does sound, really good. I could, reach out to one person in a multi-academy trust and, get the contract for this particular group of schools. And, this would be wonderful for our business, real growth for our business. What could you be doing next? Or if perhaps you already work with one or two schools and can see how profitable that can be and wanting to reach out to more schools but are not sure quite how to do that, what to do next. I recommend you go over to insensu.co.uk and create a profile for your business on the National Register of Education Suppliers. You can share that profile with prospective new clients, new schools that you are trying to reach out to. If you want more support, more help, I've done lots of videos and created lots of resources in the Education Marketing Hub, which is in the dashboard, which you'll have access to once you join us. You've got access to all of this support and resources to really help you effectively reach out and get more sales from schools.